my boy.
Okay,
But
I'm good. Okay. It took
but
you some
yeah,
time, man. It took you some time, man.
oh yeah,
You
it's
know
all
what I'm
good.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's close though, man. I don't know because Romo got hated on, but he got hated out before there was really social media like that.
Yeah, I look at the Romo hate. The only reason, bro, I feel like Romo was nice, but I feel like Romo had too many like polarizing moments. Dak ain't even had that.
Yeah.
Like Romo had moments to where it was like, oh no, Romo, like oh no, for real that was real.
Romo
Like we
had those
seen,
moments where he was throwing interceptions at the worst
What's
time, and
possible time?
that can mess
yes,
up your mental. You know what I'm saying? Dak Prescott, he rarely puts himself in position to have those type of situations. One thing about Dak Prescott, I don't know about you guys, but the first year when Dak Prescott played, when a lot of people were calling him Dink and Dak, that's the way I want Dak to play. Because if you can be able to let your playmakers make plays, keep the ball out of harm's way, that's how you can be able to run a juggernaut. And when it's time for us to be able to pick our shots, that's the Dak that I want to see, because that's when you can be efficient and go out there and do your job. Because they've been preaching efficiency, guys. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be good. It's
shout
gonna be
out to
good.
Wayne said Trap House Liquor Store Lounge,
Yeah,
aka the Nefarious
I
Street.
know,
hey,
right?
you like that?
Wayne going
I
crazy.
know. Hey, look, man, I missed y'all, man. You guys create some good content. Always tapping in with you guys, so it was a perfect time just to running for like 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Landlord.
Yeah, already,
Yeah,
man. I had to tap in with you the other day,
yeah. I appreciate
but
you, man.
See, y'all talk about
yeah, man.
efficiency though. Keep this real quick. So this is just time to throw. When Dak Prescott gets the ball out of his hand in a timely manner, when he's on one accord with his wide receivers, 8 touchdowns. This is just last year. 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, completed 77% of his passes, had a passer rating of 93.3. Right, so damn good, damn their production. Now, when he
Mhm.
had to hold on to the ball, right, that could either be long developing routes, that could be nobody was open, he had to make a play out of structure, right, things like that. 20 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, only completed 57.9% of his passes, a passer rating of 85.7, which is 12 whole points lower, right?
Mhm.
So we're talking about efficiency, and Dak Prescott is going to be in line with him getting the ball out of his hand. But the beautiful thing about it is it within an offensive system like a West Coast offense is pretty much designed and predicated on that. You
That
see a lot of 3 step drops, a lot of 5 step drops, the ball coming out.
Yep, that's the thing. Like being able to gain separation, having spatial awareness. It's the little things, man. It's the details. So if you can be able to do that just by those numbers, less than 2.5 seconds, the numbers are so much better. But the wide receivers that we had last year, those guys was not getting separation. Dak was holding the ball longer, and usually that's when you be able, turnovers happen. So seeing that, man, that means a lot, bro.
You think about this. I just seen a graphic. I got it on my show about the highest sack quarterbacks. So okay, how has Dak got the least? We had one of the worst pass blocking O lines, but Dak wasn't one of the most sacked quarterbacks. Then we had one of the worst wide receiving cores, and Dak still wasn't one of the most sacked quarterbacks.
Mhm.
Dak still figured that equation out, man, and we still ended up leading the league in offense. See, I don't think y'all understand that. If you was a investor and you seen some business numbers looking good, when you want to invest more into that,
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So that's why I'm looking at the front office with the side eye. So what is y'all agenda for real?
Mhm.
If y'all see that getting us to 12-5, leading us to 12-5 with big time void at wide receiver and stopping the run and cornerback too, all of this stuff that was wrong with this team last year, we still managed to get to 12-5.
Yeah,
If I was a betting man, if I was an investor, I'd say put more into this team. Now we can see what we can get out of it.
yeah,
Right?
I
yeah.
agree.
Hey, it's so crazy, man, because that last take that you had like a couple of days ago when you was talking about the big three and you was talking about the current and the past.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
you
yeah,
had the chat box was rocking because I'm one of the
yeah.
guys that I think about Amari Cooper, and it really hurt me a lot, losing a player like him, even though a lot of people say he wasn't stepping up in the most important times, but just having that type of player that can run routes. Now you have guys like Cooks, and they're going to have to respect it. CeeDee Lamb is a lot better. It's good because at that time, CeeDee Lamb was nowhere near close as what he is now. So that's why it was a good debate when it came down to the wide receiver
I
score
broke
position.
mine. The way I broke mine down, I say, okay, I feel like Cooper is a better player all around, but he wasn't used like that with us. CD had the better season than we ever seen Coop have. So in my opinion, I'm taking CD.
So let me.
know what I'm saying?
HTM.
If we seen
What's
CD play better than everybody else, I'm taking CD.
So let me ask you
Okay,
this,
bam.
HTM.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me get my other
Yeah, gotcha.
CD. I take CD over Coop because I seen CD have a better year than I ever seen Coop have.
Right.
Okay, number 2, you got Cooks versus CD. CD was a young player. I loved him, but he was still young. We've seen Brandon Cooks get 1,000 yards in his sleep. No matter where you drop him in, you can just spin the globe and just throw Brandon Cooks there, and he'll get 1,000 yards. So I'll take him over CD at that point because CD was a young player. So that's my 2 cases for CD being over Coop and Cooks being over CD, the young CD.
Mm-hmm.
So now the third one will be Gallop. Gallop is a question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That Gallop that was with Coop was better.
Yeah.
But this Gallop is a question. That's the only thing I'm being a little standoff.
Well, let
Right.
me say this then, because I'm still taking the one for 2021. And we're talking about the entire wide receiving core. Oh yeah, we'll talk about because you can't just talk about the ones you want to talk about. You can't just talk about the ones you want to talk about.
We were talking about the big
Nah,
three,
man.
we can add them all.
That entire 2021 wide receiving roster was with monsters, man. Like listen, because you had Amari Cooper, right? And even though he did not end up being your leading receiver because he had the little COVID thing where he had to miss some games, he was still your leader in touchdown receptions. He still was one of the best route runners in the league, and I could accept that. Amari Cooper route running, is perfect. And I know one of the things that you brought up was how they were used. I'm just looking at the talent overall. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's 2 different categories.
not in my opinion, because I just look at the wide receiving core. I'm just looking at the talent that was in the room.
I mean, who cares about the talent if he didn't?
You asked who the better wide receiving core was.
I'm saying who you gonna take. It ain't matter who better. Like I said,
it do matter. Because listen,
look, the analogy I use, bro, it was just like I said, a charger with a governor. It don't matter how fast it go if the governor gonna hold it back. We ain't talking about the talent.
I thought that was a conversation. Because listen, Kellen Moore is not a reflection of my wide receiving talent. He's just the guy that's in the way.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about the wide receiver.
That's the perfect thing that is too easy to say who's calling plays, because that's gonna be what
I'm calling plays. All right, I'm calling plays. I'm the captain now.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm taking Amari Cooper. I'm taking CD Lamb. Right. I'm taking whatever I can get from Michael Gallup. I'm taking Cedric Wilson. I'm taking Malik Turner. I'm taking all those guys. Because listen, I can go 5 deep, and then Noah Brown as a 5th or 6th wide receiver was eating.
Yeah.
Look,
That's dangerous right there, man.
That's the easy way to go. But wait till you see this receiving core. And then look, something else I ain't going in. We can't count this because it's unfair. This would make it unfair.
What?
Dak is a much better quarterback than he was then.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Dak or Michael Gallup. Or listen, I'm not talking about anything else but the talent.
Out of receivers running routes with no quarterback.
You asked me who was the better, collection of talent.
Yeah, man.
Basically, look, I think y'all missed the question. I said, who would you take now? So I'm saying we'll basically.
Are we using the 2023 version of all these players? Is my question.
Man, have Mike McCarthy running that offense, and then I'm taking Amari and those boys.
So
It's
also going to depend on which version am I getting.
It's the play calling and everything.
Let me ask you: are we getting the 2023 version of CD Lamb? It's the 2023 version of CD Lamb. We just talking about.
We kind of that's like a little. It's a little selective. We gotta go past.
It's a little iffy because like one thing I said. The one that you already seen gonna have the advantage, of course. You seen now. That's why I'm basically what the whole origin of the question was. I was making the case to say that this wide receiving core ain't far off of that one, even if you don't like it. That's all I'm saying. Like as much as you like that wide receiving core, this new one is gonna be like real close in my opinion, even if you don't think they tough. That was my whole argument.
Hey, Amari Cooper, that's your boy, ain't it? That's your man.
I love
my boy.
Think about it. Another thing, we was looking for Coop. We had Coop on the back of a milk car in some games. Like, where's Coop? Where is he?
That
We was
hey,
looking
but
for.
that's why I say that I will feel better about.
CD was cooking.
That's why I say
all big games. CD was
Yeah.
cooking. So that's all I'm
and
gonna
look,
say.
that's why I'm saying if Mike McCarthy was running the offense, and if you had Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, if he was healthy, I feel good about that. But I think that Brandon Cooks a better CeeDee Lamb, and hopefully Michael Gallup, we can still be strong, as well as having all the rest of those guys, the tight ends. They're talking about the 12 personnel, so it's gonna be some nice stuff, man. So
look,
either way,
it's
you
gonna
want
be
to slice.
nice because look, we seen CD do this with nobody.
Yeah,
This is what I want y'all
Yeah.
look, because this would look people. I think people forget what the question mark was at the beginning of the year. Damn, my show about to start.
Yeah, it's all good. I just wanted to tap in just to say what's up real quick. I gotta make a move, man. Missed you guys, so I already know what it is. I heard y'all gotta do y'all thing. So hey,
we'll continue this conversation on the other.
hey, future shows. Hey, we getting in the lounge, the trap, the liquor store, man. You already know. You got to start off in the trap, then you work your way to the liquor store, and then at nighttime we go to the lounge. So we got chop it up, y'all. So.
Bet that.
Let's get it.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and just abruptly end the stream so we can pop back up in the trap. So I appreciate y'all for everything, man, and I'll see y'all soon in the chat box.
Y'all spin the block, man. Let's
much love. All right, y'all. Peace.
All right, Michael boy.
All right.